anything that you've learned in doing a deal right now in all this uncertainty that you could share with our listeners that might be helpful to them if they're, about to go under contract on a deal?
There's several different like groups out there that where you could find a deal and build a team really, relatively easily, right? As you said, deals were getting funded in 24 hours or whatever. So I would just go in really strong, knowing who your partners are going to be before you even fly out to tour, or before you submit an LOI. Know who your people are going to be, so you can move quickly once it's under contract. Some people might think, well, that's a no-brainer, but there's groups out there that you can assemble the team once you have the deal.
Are you suggesting, it seems pretty obvious that you would put your team together, or at least you'd have a sense of who your team is. Are you suggesting that, hey, you want to really formalize a group before you actually even are offering on a property?
I guess just have a good understanding of what that team's going to be and their ability to actually deliver. There was, so I'll share one thing. We had a team built, and one guy said he was going to do X, and then like 2 weeks later he went out and got his own deal, and he couldn't meet kind of the expectation that we had already pre-discussed. So it's just those kind of nuances, like know what you're at, have those boxes checked, or make sure.
It sounds like that's coming from that experience. Like here, you thought you had a team together. Yeah. You are really looking at it from a perspective, what's my capacity to raise the equity needed to be able to close on the deal, right? And there's a lot of moving parts. As your debt terms change, that can have an impact on how much equity you need to bring to the table. You may have a partner that exits and can't participate for one reason or another. And so that's always the big question mark, right? Can we raise the equity needed to be able to get this deal across the finish line? So what you're suggesting is really work hard on the front end to formalize a team, get stronger commitments, more than maybe just a loose commitment of individuals that are going to be coming to the deal and participating in the deal and being able to bring equity to the deal as well.
Yeah. Well said. Thanks.
Okay, great. Anything else you've learned in your experience on these deals that would be helpful to our listeners as they're navigating this new terrain and new economy that we're in right now?
I think one, just be really mindful of who you're partnering with and who you're working with, and number two is, or maybe it's the number one, but just get started, start taking those steps. I think that so many people sit on the sidelines thinking about now's not the right time, or over analyzing things. We can all find a way to make a deal not work, a partnership not work, but it's going to take a step. It's going to take an action, and I'd rather I guess fail forward. I guess some people say that. So get after it.
Yeah, fair enough. All right, a couple of final questions for you. The first one is, what's the biggest challenge that you're facing right now in your business that we could all learn from?
Well, I don't know if you can learn from it, but it's scaling. It's essentially what all businesses and entrepreneurs challenge that they face. It's a matter of working, we need to work on the business instead of in the business so much. So we're really in the process of hiring a couple different people right now to help us with marketing or with some bookkeeping, that kind of thing. So something to keep in mind or plan for.